The track editor is similar to the timeline found in Final Cut Pro, but its primary function is adding video and audio, alternate video angles, and creating or editing markers to tracks in your DVD projects. The bottom right quadrant of the main interface contains the track editor. The three Stream Configuration buttons will set the display of the track editor for different views. Select the first button to reveal additional video angles. DVD Studio Pro supports 9 video angles, the primary video, and 8 alternate angles. Select the second button to show the 8 audio streams for primary and alternate language support, and select the third button to show the 32 available subtitle streams. You can also open, close, and resize different sections by dragging the separator bars up and down. The editor is useful for making last-minute edits and combining clips. As an example, we'll take a look at the process of adding a leader to a video clip. To edit, drag a clip to the first video track in the track editor. The video shown here has some extra leader at the beginning that needs to be trimmed. To perform the trim, hold the mouse pointer over the beginning of the clip until the trim tool appears. Click and drag the beginning of the clip to the right to trim it. The viewer follows your edit and shows the video's trim point. When you find the desired point, note the start timecode, as you'll need it to match the audio edit. Now release, and the trim clip will snap to the start. Trim the audio to the same amount using the start timecode as a reference. Now, grab the trimmed audio clip and slide it up to the start. If necessary, use the timeline zoom slider to increase the accuracy of your edits. To insert additional footage, in this case a leader, drag a clip to the timeline and drop it in front of the first clip. The first clip is rippled down the timeline, and the new clip is now the start of the track. Here, the original clip had a couple of embedded chapter markers that were automatically added to the timeline when we dropped it in. Since chapter markers are timeline specific and don't move with the clips, they're now out of place. To remedy this, right-click in the chapter marker area and select Delete All Markers. Now right-click on the video clip and select Add Embedded Markers. The markers are replaced into the timeline in the proper place. To add a marker, simply left-click in the marker area and a new marker is inserted. To delete it, right-click on the marker and select Delete. You can easily click and drag existing and new markers to new locations. Due to the structure of MPEG video streams, you're somewhat limited as to where you can set them, so you may want to use Final Cut Pro to embed your markers with frame accuracy. Adding an alternate audio track is simple. Here, the primary language is English, so using the language pull-down, audio track 1 is set to English. Drag the alternate language clip to audio track 2. Use the up and down arrows to jump to the start of the original clip. Right-click on the new audio clip and select Move Audio Clip to Playhead. Both clips will now be perfectly aligned. The second language is Spanish, so track 2's language pull-down should be set to Spanish. You can create subtitle streams just as easily. They can be imported from simple text or graphics files, or you can create them directly inside DVD Studio Pro. To create a subtitle, just move the playhead to the position where you want the title to appear. Right-click or Control-click and choose Add Subtitle at Playhead. Type your dialogue and then click away from the text. To avoid obscuring on-screen action, you can reposition the subtitle by dragging. Additional formatting options are available in the inspector. Once you've added a subtitle, trim it to the appropriate length by dragging its right edge. You can then move the playhead up the timeline and add additional lines of dialogue as needed.